Lastly up, there's our new product of the week, I guess, is called Pro Studio FX. And this is from some folks that I kind of like their stuff. I'll point out a couple of things. But one of the things that I really like about it is they have gotten with a guy named Anjay Posh. And he is a PowerPoint trainer and teacher. And you can find him on YouTube. I think his channel is called the PowerPoint channel, in fact. But he does a nice job of tutorials for PowerPoint. And lo and behold, one of these PowerPoint video creators has actually hired or has on their team a guy who can create tutorials that are awesome.
Sweet.
For the product specifically. So right off the bat, I like that about this. I'll go ahead and put a link for this in the chat box. And it's like 17 bucks. So it is a big design package with PowerPoint templates and all that good stuff like we're used to seeing all the time. Inside the training itself, they use the Everlesson platform, so everything is nicely laid out. I also like that quite a bit. And again, these training videos by Anjay are very good. Again, it's very refreshing. He talks about some tips and tricks, much like I do when I do my review videos for the templates and stuff, and point out how to modify them and things like that. There's a main product. It also has a bunch of good sounds, motion backgrounds, and includes a commercial license. And the OTO1 is of course just more of the same, and a template club. The OTO2 is Anjay again conducting what's called a master class of explainer videos, how to create explainer videos. And I've watched a couple of them. They're pretty good. Pretty good. How to use characters and animations to make explainer kinds of videos. So that makes it a pretty good value. Let's take a look at one real quick. One of the assets they include is this icon set. So you can copy and paste these into all kinds of projects. And of course they're fully scalable. There's just a ton of them. Right? So I like that. And the presentations, let's take a look at one, are again pretty standard stuff, decent design, easy to modify. And one of the things I like about them is if we click on a slide here and preview the animation, very nice, I like it. If we go into slideshow mode, it's going to last about 4 seconds and then move on. Well, the way these are designed, let's open up the animation pane. And if we look, we see there's an emphasis, a bunch of stuff entering. All the green animations are entering, and, wait for it, no exit animations.
Sweet.
So, what that means is we can go to the Transitions tab, and over here, under the Advanced Slides setting, I can set this to 10 minutes if I want. And what that means is that this slide will not advance, okay, for however many seconds or hours, I guess, I put in here. So if I want this to stay on screen for 10 seconds, I can do that. Let's kick this one into slideshow mode as an example. Again, no exit animations. Slideshow mode. Oh, content. Nice. I like it. Lorem ipsum up, and it's gone. Right? So I love that I can change that timing once I make all my modifications. If I go to export this as video, that timing is going to be in there. It's not going to advance the slide until it's supposed to. Okay, so that's all well and good. Here's another thing. Some of the slides, of course, have animations and stuff like that. This always makes me nuts. Can anybody tell me what's wrong with this slide, design-wise? Anybody? What is wrong with this thing? I'll give you a hint. I'm going to click right here, and we'll see that we have a 7-point font.
Oh!
Right? All that's got to go. All that crap's got to go. Well, now I'm looking at redoing the whole slide. And I don't know. Maybe I like the background, or maybe I just, I'll just go ahead and get rid of a bunch of junk or change the sizes and things like that. But maybe even more interesting to me is, let's preview the animation. Okay, this picture spins in and it draws this cool little box thing, right? Okay, so I might not care about all this text and all of this stuff, but I do kind of like this guy. So let's do this. Let's create a new slide. Let's set the layout or format the background, and I'm just going to fill it with a color. And we'll use a little bit of a dark color. Let's go to this thing. Let's highlight that. Let's right click and copy. Let's go to a new slide and or a new presentation deck, a different presentation, and let's paste that stuff. Right? So now instead of all that other, junk that I might have to deal with, I'm kind of clean here. So I can add a text box, and make it nice and big or whatever I need to do here. But I ended up with this nice little thing, this nice little asset, right? Let's change the picture. I'll give you one more tip. So let's right click on the picture, format picture. Under the fill tab, we'll see that it's a picture. I'm going to replace this with a picture of my own. Let's use Maggie. And Maggie gets squished. So your fix there is to click on the picture selected, go to Format, Crop to Fill. Now we can resize Maggie, position her. There we go. Hit crop. And now, of course, all is good. Life is good. Okay, so there's all kinds of stuff like that. Let's see if we can find another example. Here's one. Let's preview this. Where am I? Preview. Boom, boom, boom. Swoop. Oh, stuff's drawn. Shapes drawn. Pictures drawn. I love it. I like it. Okay, let's go to the selection pane. And let's turn a bunch of stuff off. Let's turn off this text. Say I want all these lines and shapes and stuff, but I don't want this text. I don't want the background. I don't want any of that. So I have to go to the selection pane. Let's just start turning stuff off. Oops, I want to keep that. Probably keep all these rectangles, and this is probably the background picture. Turn it off. No, guess not. If we hide all, yeah, so I don't care about the background because this is a background formatted with a picture. Let's do this again. Let's show all, text off, leave the image, and actually I'm going to leave everything else. So now let's click on an object, Control A to select everything, Control C to copy. Let's duplicate this so we have our background. Delete Maggie and Control V to paste. Right? So now, again, I have all this cool stuff. I can use this on any slide I want. Get rid of the crap in the background, and have this nice little asset. There's our picture. Right click. Format picture, fill, from picture, file, and let's find a Maggie picture. There's one. Maggie's a little squished, adorable but squished, so let's go to Format, Crop, Crop to Fill, boom. There she is, crop, preview. There we go. So tons of great stuff, and not all the slides are unusable. Most of them are actually quite good, and especially design-wise. So yeah, you can swap images and all that good stuff. But I just wanted you to be aware that you can very often quickly and easily, more effectively, grab stuff that you can use and then mix and match it into exactly what you want, right? Okay, put a link to that in the chat box. I think it's like $17 or something like that. A lot of stuff. Lots of other good assets. If I had time, I'd probably pull in some of the graphics work and create some more templates for Camtasia. I'm interested in looking at some of the layouts, like ad layouts or posters, and copying and swiping their formatting here and creating assets in Camtasia. Right, so I'll keep you posted on that as well. Any questions before we wrap her up here? So hopefully you got some interesting stuff out of that. Guess with that, I'll go ahead and let you all go. Thanks for coming, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy.